Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your Kiwi Connection here, Kevmo7, and today we have another 290. This time Gigabyte's Windforce Edition R9 290. So if you haven't noticed by now, I really like just focusing on one card and going through all the different models released by the different manufacturers. And just comparing them and seeing which one I like the best. It's quite nice to just focus on one card. I don't think a lot of tech channels do that, so that's what I really want to do. So the Windforce card, the Windforce cooler, has been around for quite some time now. My GDX 670 used it, and it was very good. So it's tried and true, so why change it? I know they've made a few changes over the years, like minor things, but I think for the most part it stayed pretty much the same. So this is just going to be an unboxing and overview of this card, and then I will be doing a versus video with this versus the Tri-X, because I think that's, a lot of people aren't sure which one to get, the Gigabyte or the Tri-X, and they both have a similar looking cooler. So I think that would be a very interesting video. So let's rip into this and start this unboxing. So it is good to note that already I can tell a main difference between this and the Tri-X that will be interesting is that this card actually has a higher factory overclock on the GPU than the Tri-X. This one's at 1040 and the Tri-X is at 1000 megahertz. Oh, let's turn this around. There's that bad boy. Whoops. Oh, as you can see. So let's rip this out for a second. So this card's slightly higher GPU clock, but the difference will be that the memory on this is set at the factory speed, so 5000, just like the reference 290, where the Tri-X is at 5200 megahertz. So I'm not sure how much difference that'll make, but it'll be interesting on this. So just a bit of cardboard there. We have an 8-pin to Molex connector. We also have a 6-pin to Molex connector. The quick guide and a driver disc. So obviously go onto AMD's website and get the latest drivers. Right now we're at 14.4. But this also comes with Gigabyte's OC Guru too. So that could be quite handy, because I've heard that's quite good, although I don't think I've used it myself. So we're just going to chuck all this back, and then we can get into this card itself. See, as I said, there's a bit of differences in the speed between this and the Tri-X, but I think the main difference, they're probably going to be pretty close anyways when I do this. There's not going to be that much in it performance-wise. I think the main difference is going to be, and what I'll focus the video around, is the cooling performance between the two cards, and of course noise. So here we have it, Windforce cooler. See a lot of those copper heat pipes there. I believe it has so it's two 8mm copper heat pipes and four 6mm heat pipes. I'm sorry. So yeah, this cooler has been around for a while. I think they made minor changes, but it's pretty much stayed the same. And it works well. And my 670 that had this was excellent. It was so quiet, and I just couldn't complain. So I can see why Gigabyte stayed with it. Now, let's flip you over. Up top, we have a 6-pin and 8-pin. So pretty standard stuff there. Round the back, we have 2 DVI-D, an HDMI, and a DisplayPort. So also pretty standard stuff there. And of course this is PCIe 3, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is. And it is quite a long card. Obviously 4 gigabytes of RAM, like all the other 290s and everything else. So all these 290s, if you've watched my channel, they're pretty long cards, and this one's no exception. It comes in at so it's 294 millimeters long. It's 141 millimeters wide and 41 millimeters tall. So you're gonna, if you have a smaller case, you're gonna probably need to remove a hard drive cage, like we had to do in my girlfriend's computer, to fit her Tri-X in. And this looks pretty much very similar length. Whoops, whoa, to the Tri-X, I think. Yeah, the Tri-X is about 10 millimeters longer. So the Tri-X is slightly longer, but pretty much everything's the same. And again, it's just a 2-slot design. So yeah. So that's all I can say about this. It looks very good. I'll be very interested to test it. So I'll be doing a versus video like I have done previously. So it's going to be the Windforce against the Tri-X. And we'll see how that does. And I mean, don't expect any big performance differences. They're going to be very close in performance. But as I said, the key things are going to be noise and temperatures, and that's what I'm really interested in, the temperatures, because I really don't know which one is going to do better in that respect. And I mean, looks wise, probably the Tri-X is better. I mean, it's a lot more colourful than this. Depends. If you don't like the yellow colouring of the Tri-X, then this might be perfect for you. And I'll also be doing this card against the reference 290, just for funsies. You know, it'll probably be similar to my Tri-X versus a reference card review, but I just may as well do it and give you guys a comparison, because if you're maybe you have the reference 290 already and you're thinking about upgrading to an aftermarket style one, which as I previously said, if you're having, you know, if you don't like the temperatures or the noise with the reference one, then obviously this is a good step up. But if you're looking for big performance gains, I mean, with overclocking, yeah, you might squeeze a bit more, but really that's probably not much point. It would only ever be if you had problems with the high temperatures from the reference one and the high noise. And I think that's going to round out this video. So thank you all for watching. I hope you do subscribe, because I'm going to try to put out these videos more often when I can. And as I said, the versus videos will be coming up soon. And I'll catch you guys next time.